to or back to my channel. These are going to be some timeless messages for the collective. All right. Not all my messages will resonate with everyone at this time. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for another viewer, as it could be useful for them. Okay, I do appreciate the likes, subscribes, comments, shares in support of my channel are greatly appreciated. Let's see here. For the collective, I'm going to go ahead and start with I'm going to go ahead and start with the Romance Angel Oracle cards. I almost called them something else. All right, I've been up since 4 o'clock doing stuff here, so making the effort, release your ex. Okay, let's just see what wants to come out for you, collective. I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards first. Get some Oracle card messages, and then get into some Tarot. Okay, what are the messages for the collective? Let go of control issues. Okay. No longer a factor, not trying to control the situation. Allow it to unfold naturally. You could have done that already, or that is what you're being asked to do, to let go of control issues or energy that has involved control in your situation. The separation card came back out. Well, I want to say back out, but I saw it a second ago, or a minute ago, whatever, sideways. Okay, so there is some kind of separation or time apart involved, and we did see the X, so that could be what is going on. You're separating yourself from the X with some kind of control issues. All right, and it looks like there's something about losing optimism here. There's an energy that's, not seeing things going to work out the way they expected with the control issues, obviously, and this optimistic here. Actually, optimism was in reverse. Hang on, guys, because I've been doing readings all week facing the other direction. So when I get on live, I'm turning them around toward you. All right. This was about loving yourself first. Okay. And an engagement. Okay. Retreat. I did see retreat at the bottom. You could be retreating and getting away, and that getting away physically, emotionally, however you retreat. It's going to be different for everyone, as this is a general reading. You've got passion right here. Okay. So there's passion involved with a connection. Romantic feelings on top of that. Okay. So you've got a lot of passion and a lot of purpose behind this love, it feels like. There's the retreat I talked about. And separation. You're retreating together, or you're a treat. Something, you might be getting a treat. Something about a treat. That's funny. Okay, what else going on here? For the collective. Well, okay. These control issues have to do with religious factors. Okay, and you are removing yourself from what is committed to misunderstanding. So, some kind of spiritual or religious factors being a controlling factor in one's love life. It is safe for you to love. Okay, this is about you learning how to love yourself first. So there's an energy that's not open-minded or staying optimistic here, because it's seeing you move away from it. You see, freeing yourself from it, moving away from it. And being a general reading, everybody does this differently. And this is about an ex. Okay. What else here? Retreat again. All right. Releasing the ex and retreating. This is coming over here on this passion. Trust in reverse. You can have passion for the past person, but the trust. So trust has been wounded, or trust is a wound. Trust being a wound. being able to trust again. Wow, because you don't trust this past person. Could have used some kind of spiritual or religious factors to twist the narrative to keep something going for longer than you desire, possibly. Because I have new love at the bottom of the deck. So this is about trusting, learning how to trust, or trusting your intuition about new love. Because once you have something in the opposite, and it's learning how to trust yourself and others again as well. It is about trusting and learning, freeing yourself. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from the situation to heal from it. It's very almost impossible to heal in the same environment that got you sick, had you in whatever kind of way. So that is the truth. All right. New love is in reverse. Yeah, I was just talking about the new love. So it's about trust and learning how to trust your inner knowing, or trusting yourself. It could be outside influences, of course, as a factor here. All right, the romantic feelings again for yourself, retreat. All right, somebody else could be catching your eye, or a new energy. Maybe you haven't met them yet with new love in reverse, because I just saw it upright. Keep an open mind is in reverse. So this is about being open to what you thought wasn't possible. What you thought was not possible is possible. Well, if you reported, thank you, whoever might have done that. Okay, I have a wedding in reverse. Okay, there's an ex here who doesn't want you to go towards some kind of new love. You could be in a marriage right now, or this is an ex, of course, that you were married to, or have a long-term partnership with. Closed-minded. You could be getting to know someone soon, or very soon. Again, about freeing yourself, collective. Finances and career are no longer a factor. So these religious factors, your new love is not going to carry these old wounds of trust, control, religious factors, and finances and career. Could be something different that you expected in someone about their finances and career. Someone could have had a whole lot at one time and then come in with nothing. That doesn't mean, it might have meant they really went through something, not that it's something upon their character. All right. So something about somebody's character. It's what you have does not define your character. Okay, there. That's clear. Thank you. Okay. Heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, so it might be hard to trust who to talk to, because we have trust in reverse and conversations over here. Somebody could be wanting to have heart-to-heart conversations. You have romantic feelings in a direction. Freeing yourself is still in reverse, but keep your open mind in reverse. So it might be your close. Somebody's got a closed mind, because I said your. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I'm gonna see what this is about. All right, keep your involvement hidden with this 12th house. Okay, whatever you let go of, your ex, the control issues, and all the factors, try to keep, or what you're healing now, or what you're doing, what you're interested in, hidden, because there's a lot wanting to know what you're interested in. I have philanthropy, control issues. Someone had a lot of finances, and you're going to now attract someone that's not about controlling these finances and controlling factors. Okay, so you can grow together, or you can control together. It's not the same. All right, that was kind of a joke. Anyway, benefit. You got a benefit coming in here, and it carries good energy. Let's see, collective. Oh, you got the highest and lowest aspects of Scorpio. This could be a Scorpio. All right. The extraordinary power of prayer tells me you prayed about something and something came in for you at the right time there. Okay, but did you notice? Uh, okay. Wow. So we got humanity's sake, hopes, and okay, you could be taking on a whole lot. I feel like just taking on a whole lot. What was I telling my husband before I came on here? Oh, I said, my goodness, there are so many good people out here that don't even realize they're such good people because it's the good people that are trying to be better at being good. But then I said the opposite knows exactly what it's doing. It's like the good people are the ones, am I worthy enough? Can I, do, and, and mean it, I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of good people out here that don't even realize how cool they are. Anyway, the beauty of it. All right, there's the beauty of it all. Okay. Usually you find that answer later down the road. Could be a month, could be 20 years, could be 50 years, could be 80 years. All right. This is not our time. It's God's time, which is any time. And it's always now. There's much confusion. I'm looking at this Neptune sacrifice, confusion, control issues. All right. Energy's confused by you now. You're doing a service to others, whether you know it or not. I just talking about good people. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there's confusion regarding good people. Keep back up. We're not talking about good people. I got service. This probably is not resonating with maybe one person out there, and one is enough. Hi. Hello. You, who you are, what you do on your own. This isn't about what you're being seen for, what you think people think somebody might be doing. It ain't about that. All right. This is about two people coming together in love and healing issues and doing the best that they can. And two people that inspire one another to be better people and not, or 10 people that inspire other people to be better people. But those are the people that are already trying. Okay. Those are the people who are already trying, and I'm trying really hard probably. But I want to say, might be time to relax because overdoing it will lead you to confusion too and sacrificing your own energy. So be mindful of what you're service to, because right now, be choosy. There's not much to choose from. So be choosy, because choosing mothers choose Jeff. Peanut butter, I guess. Yeah, because the South Node is here. I'll be darned. Be choosy. Because this is part of your future, man. This is part of your support, your family, what you grow with for the next forever. Okay, if you're old enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not, then you'll figure that out maybe sometime. I don't know. I'm getting off the track there. This South Node energy, the philanthropy, this control issues. Oh, so it's money fears, and now it's about money and control. And now, so this could have be some blockages here, trouble and anxiety about philanthropy and the prayer. Somebody's worried about your answered prayer, because I talked about that. Seeking oneness with all there is. What about that with that other card? What is the extraordinary power of prayer? Oh, well, it's right here. That's funny. Okay, sorry. We got a lot of prayer and possibilities going on, and I don't. Oh, I don't want to get into that. Okay. Again, who you support. Okay. This is this South Node energy has a lot of support, a lot of hidden support, and a lot of money and a lot of backing. I want to say. So it could be coming in with conversations about the resources that they have. While you're in an energy of service to others in properly, there's communications, your beliefs, what you value. Communications. I just said communications about your beliefs and what you value. There's communications. Communications about your service to others. What's that? And finances and career in reverse. You could have, like I said, had a great loss, but you're still here. What are these beliefs? Laws and philosophies. There you go. And they're backed. So you've got the backing of large institutions with laws and philosophies you got the knowledge here, you got the experience, you turned something into wisdom, or you have the ability to do so. Might take some homework, might take some research, other people's resources. Might take some homework, might take some resources. Something is still a mystery. The person you're attracting could still be a mystery. I want to go over the signs again here that I do have. Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, and Gemini. They all could be in their South Node, as well as Leo. Scorpio again, I guess Leo. This is about power, money, power, whatever kind of thing. Responsibility. Okay, with money, power, status comes responsibility, but it's in the reverse, so what's about that? Oh, well, you're just attracting love, good times. It's about being open. You're getting some kind of details that are going to help you move forward. Oh, but there's an energy in the South Node wanting you to resurrect. You are like, I've got two Scorpio cards here. The power struggle, resurrect the power struggle. No, Saturn. It's a karmic lesson. There's toxicity, the obsession, struggling to converse, struggling to stay optimistic, and struggling about things. This is all a result of something, the energies someone had put out. Excuse me. The highest to lowest aspects are showing up here. Short term, who or what is around you. Somebody could have come in for a short time to join in, or what? Or you met them. Who or what is around you. You had an idea of this. Maybe you had an idea of what? Oh, confusion. Okay, there's energy trying to confuse who or what is around you so you don't notice something. But you got laws and philosophies that you understand that isn't blocking your understanding. Right, North Node. So something's not blocking your understandings. So, therefore, it's still confused. Confusions. Okay, so what's that got to do with the collective? Getting and using other people's resources and getting and using powers. There's confusion. How you're doing something, I believe. How did you do something? How did you do something? Let's see. Yeah, the sun. How did you do something? So naturally, You did something so naturally. Huh. Yeah, Aries energy. You did something so naturally. Do it your own way. And it's your willpower, because your willpower is behind it. But you've got naturally very strong willpower, and then you're naturally very balanced, or you're not naturally into obsessions. So, therefore, as soon as you recognized it for what it is, a light bulb went off. Somebody thinks they know something here, Aries, but they're confused, so they don't. So you can only think you know if you don't know. Yeah, they're going to have to accept some kind of situation with the moon. And they're going to have to accept the limit and karma and the toxic energy that they put out with Saturn, the limits that were imposed for a different purpose other than a service to others. So that would have been service to self there. All right. So I'm seeing the words be prepared. So there's an energy that is going to need to prepare for the return of their karma. Okay. This is part of other people and their resources again, and what you value and your resources. Other people's resources, you might have had $2 and made it last a month, and somebody might have had $20,000 and made it last 2 days. I don't know what's more practical, or what is the importance and the focus here. So I guess it depends on who you are. Confusion regarding how you did something on your own, all your resources, your beliefs, how you did something, how you were able to communicate what you wanted as well. I want to say, because you had possibly a faulty support system at one time. Therefore, you might have done the work to realize what a real support system would be after a faulty support system. So it's not going to look the same. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to feel the same. And that's that. That's just the way it is. But the Hierophant, right? Taurus energy now, Aries. Taurus is right here. We ended with Taurus. This had to do with patience, and you had the patience to stand steady with your beliefs, your values, and your resources. You didn't diminish things or squander things. Something was, or this is like energy that could be projecting that onto your storyline. 10 of Cups in reverse. The 10 of Cups in reverse projecting onto your story line of love, with a 5 of Swords and a Temperance in reverse. Reckless, win at all costs, relentlessly. Sagittarius. So this obsession was possible for some up to 40, 50 years. And someone was service to self, gaining self-gratification or self-satisfaction through this confusion and sacrifice. And had to do with controlling the situation, wanting to control the highest and lowest aspects, which tells me everything, micro to macro. Sadness because they think too much, carry burdens. One of you can carry burdens. King of Swords in reverse. Somebody doesn't have any information that is useful to them, I want to say. I'll be nice, okay? Because I'm nice, not stupid. There's not, it's not the same. All right, anyway, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move this over here because this is the highest and lowest aspects, and somebody's gaining satisfaction from trying to control all these aspects. This was completely not logical, obviously, so it was based upon some kind of quick action, because you seemed like you might have been open to it, but it's going back because I had the Four of Cups. It seemed like you might have been open to it with some quick action with the Knight of Wands, but the Eight of Wands is like you had a mirror up or a, I don't know, whatever would repel a wand. Huh? To send it back. Chariot. So you can move forward. What did I do? I got the confusion and the struggle and the, oh wow, I realized, there's two cards in that. Okay, somebody's in confusion how you got new love or how you got such great new love coming in. I like it. Anyway, that's all right. That's the way it is. Start. Fool in reverse. The obsession led someone to a false start, a false beginning, a no new beginning, one of an ultimate loop of mess. Seven of Cups, an ultimate loop of mess that so somebody doesn't even realize they created something. Two of Cups in reverse. They know. That's all I thought. They know. Hangman. Well, you know anyway. Higher perspective. This energy is unable to see something from a higher perspective. The Hangman isn't necessarily seeing something from a higher perspective in this absolute moment. This is the need to see a higher perspective. Somebody's too busy getting something else they want. Devil in reverse. Okay, so you're not attached to this Aries energy, or this Aries energy was in Devil energy, trying to. Ten of Swords, Judgment, Knight of Cups, kind of false love, false offers, making false gestures, finances and career. Wow. So making false gestures while removing things unless they make the, so taking away more as they try to advance more, but trying to take, oh my gosh, Queen of Pentacles. It's not going to work. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Wands in reverse. I don't want to say that. We'll see. Interesting. I haven't read the cards this way in a while. So new and different to me. I can't even hang on to this Five of Swords. Somebody can't hang on to their Five of Swords energy. That win at all costs. It's going to be too loud soon. Six of Wands. It's going to be too loud soon. I'm not kidding. You're moving to calmer waters. Queen of Swords. Put up boundaries. Devil in reverse. No longer being toxic with this energy or playing games. Chariot. Moving forward. Cancer energy. Patience. Your beliefs. That's your movement. Hermit in reverse. Outside energy. Virgo. Pisces, Aries, Virgo. Six of Pentacles. Energy that was giving to an energy to win at all costs. So a lot of investments or giving and receiving in mysterious ways. Giving and receiving in mysterious ways we're taking. And it's really not the ways, and it's not even about what was given and what was received. What the issue is and why. The intent behind it. Because somebody thought they could. Four of Cups in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. Just because you can. And yes, that's what happens sometimes. All right, somebody's doing something just because they can or did for so long, but not considering the energy around them, being service to self, not considering energy around them. it's not working out in these kinds of moments any longer. I don't know what else wants to come out here. I don't know what this Nine of Cups is about in reverse. You know what? Oh, well, you know what? It's about third party energy no longer participating. This energy had control issues with your love life. It's going back, and I'm going to use a different deck. Wheel of Fortune. I have 9, 10. And I just saw the 8 of Wands in reverse. So I have 8, 9, 10, closing out a cycle. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, closing out a cycle, going with the flow, not against the flow. This other energy is going against the flow. When you win it all, try to win at all costs. Emperor in reverse. Okay, so somebody that is overly controlling or disorderly themselves. King of Wands in reverse. Okay, there's that giving and receiving. That was mysterious. I don't know. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Getting satisfaction, but somebody's getting the short end of the stick that they didn't even think. 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Trying to give and give to something. Okay, so your resources, not only then you look like, oh, I ain't good. I won't go there. Okay, somebody's being noticed for what, well, since it wasn't logical, if you're creating a mystery and it's not logical, then it's one that can be solved very easily, I want to say. All right, so this mystery might be able to be solved quite easily, and it's not even being solved. It's unfolding naturally, so it's like the energy is going to tell on itself. Does that make sense? The energy always tells on itself in the end. I might name it that. I might name this reading that. I don't know. Energy always tells itself in the end. And that's that. Okay, so that's that. Okay. There's a couple of neighbor dogs that have been barking. I'm trying. There's like, I don't know, 3 of them. And I'm trying not to pay attention to it. And these gold foil cards are pretty crazy because they're not the same as regular paper cards. They're not paper. They're metal, flimsy metal. Flimsy metal cards. Anyway, you made a choice. Or now somebody can't even juggle. They're not going to be able to. It's going to be seen. They can't even juggle. So now what? You can't juggle. Fools in reverse. Stuck. What is this telling us this for? For the fuck down. Messages coming in, rushing in. I don't know what that's about, but that has to do with that resurrecting or confusions and remembering. And what else? The struggle. Okay, there's messages coming in about the struggle. He's in a struggle. It's a self-created struggle, by the way. Death in reverse, a self-created struggle. Scorpio. King of Cups. Scorpio. Self-created struggle. Coming in with messages. Somebody's stuck or thinks you might be stuck. Somebody's jealous and stuck. Queen of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo. Lots of confusion over that. This energy is very confused. And the people around it and the 5 of Swords are confused too. Trying to figure out what this passion was all about. I got passion right here. Why is somebody so passionate about going after something they don't want? It's so obvious of something. Because I don't know. You carried burdens for them, or they're expected carry something for them. Lovers. Gemini energy. Tell me about this Queen of Wands in reverse and the Hangman upright energy. That's the energy that's going to sit there in the Hangman and act the square until they decide to see a higher perspective of this. All right. What is the thing? They're at the crossroads. I want to say that this Two of Swords was thought out because this Five of Swords was actual done. So you got the thought outness. Somebody thought something out and then they created a Seven of Swords. 2 and 5. Then you got the 7 chariots. Oh, no, you're not going to be like set up in situations to where this energy can, do anything. Ah, King and Queen of Wands in reverse. Masculine and feminine energies at their own crossroads for their own choices, or whomever that might be. With an Ace of Swords in reverse, they don't have the sword to cut themselves free because it's not a victory. Nothing had been a victory about it. Wasted time, or I guess that's what someone was here just to do. But, yeah, World in reverse. To keep it going. This, when you do something on your own, somebody wanting to win at all costs, bring you back to some kind of old narrative. Page of Cups in reverse. Not innocent at the hard work toward a... Okay, so there's something trying to look innocent that is not innocent. Temperance, but there's something very healed that's going to look healed because it is healed. And then there's you healed from a Two of Cups in reverse. Sagittarius energy, and then we're back to the Wheel of Fortune. Going with the flow. Just because, so somebody thinks because they're stuck, the work they're doing is getting new stuff, but it's never worked. So it's like they're getting not even, okay, so what is that word? Somebody, okay. Well, instead of saying that, I'll say somebody's about to be humbled here. About to be humbled. 4 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Gonna have to hustle with that Chariot. This is not having rest, and this is not having resources. Or that's what they expected. Really hustle and not having the independence. But this energy is in the 9 of Swords in reverse, or you aren't in the 9 of Swords as expected. This did not have the effect that it expected. These were very quick messages of concerns of some sort. They weren't getting something, kept asking for something. 2 of Wands. 2-2. 2-2 could be significant. Kept asking for something, but it was a competition. It was a 5 of Wands. So hiding something is one thing and then planning to do something after they got your attention. 6 of Cups, because that worked in the past. I'm going to do a couple more here. Hermit in reverse. So it's like a whole group here of outside energy, not listening to their higher selves with Judgment in reverse. Wheel of Fortune, it's all coming to an end. High Priestess in reverse. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Not able to proceed, closed to negotiation. Well, there you go. Not able to proceed, closed to negotiation. You're not worried about it. You're advancing. You neatly tied up a secure connection, or that is what's coming in. What is this for the collective? Sweet satisfaction, savoring it. Well, that 9 of Cups in reverse and 6 of Pentacles in reverse and control issue. Somebody was savoring this. And I'm going to start calling this my unknown fruit card because I don't know what that is. And it's unknown to me. So Okay, there's a mask on. Trying to uplift things, but there's an agenda. Okay, the hot opportunity fired up. Burning desires fulfilled. You fulfilled, or somebody doesn't know how you fulfilled this contract. Fire and ice. It's the icing on the cake and the sprinkles too. This obsession was the icing and the cake and the sprinkles too. So everything. I just wanted everything. Very entitled. I said about be humble. Feeling fragmented, cracking under pressure. Eggshells, whatever had one or another feeling like they needed to walk on eggshells. Remember that energy with the, okay, and breakfast could be significant. Okay. Somebody could have fruit with breakfast. I just don't know the fruit. You have the answers, opening doors and access while someone is dealing with the fragments of their own mind and own situation. And they feel everyone should have these kinds of things because they do, but they don't. And no, not everyone should. Something's very immature in the formative stage, so they haven't learned anything about it. All right, what else? Collective, I'm starting to get tired. So let's see. Walk away. You walked away because the old ideas put in new ways don't work. This is the 80s. This is the boom box. This is turning back. All right, so a jealous energy wants you to turn on back the time because they wanted the icing on the cake and the sprinkles too. Yeah, there's, well, when I saw this card before, I saw the mask and the light work. Now it's heavy energy. Somebody thought it was going to be easy to do. It turned out to be very difficult to do what they're doing. Whatever anyone has decided to do towards another at this time out there, it's not as easy. All right. You actually have a valuable experience worth your time and profit, or somebody thought this would be worth their time and profit, or put a lot of money into it to have the icing on the cake and the sprinkles too, but you're going to get the icing on the cake and the sprinkles too in a different way. You got a different cake, a different baker, and one that uses things that are something about the ingredients were unknown over here. So you know what the ingredients to your recipe. I can think of the word, the recipe. You know the ingredients you put into your recipe for your order. Anyway, something's become too much. I said it was going to become overwhelming, and now it's too much. But it's too much, but it doesn't change. So then what? Your eyes are fully open. You're seeing what's possible. Not ready to get started. What is all this delay? Beyond your ability, done to death, not viable. Wow. Okay, so big old honks, like the brakes are screeching. Ceremonies and celebrations. All right, spending a lot of resources on ceremonies and celebrations, or doing that kind of thing with others that is not helpful, is what I'm getting, because I'm reading on this energy that is like what, the devil, toxic energy, never ending, going for the never ending things that I want to say that, I don't know, control issues. Oh my gosh, control issues here, control issues, never ending control issues. Maybe that's why I didn't think of it, because own your divine power. Yeah. Replace codependent people pleasing tendencies with assertiveness and empowerment. collective. It's what you're giving to, what you're giving your power away to. Even in communications as well. I have 2 cards in the communication. All right. Somebody didn't think you valued your self-worth, but this is a time to value your self-worth with Diamond. And I'm just getting, this is heavy energy, and it's when you don't value your self-worth, or so when somebody doesn't. I don't know if it's just Queen of Wands in reverse, the collective. I don't know. But you're God's precious gem, and when you don't see yourself as a precious gem, then you're giving your power away. So once you see yourself as God's precious gem, you'll be more picky about where your power goes and who you're giving it to. Love life in reverse. Yeah, confirmation on that. This is an ex who's wasted their time and energy on trying to do things that aren't possible. And while you've been doing everything that is possible. So it's going to show up in everyday reality. So reach out for emotional and spiritual support with Ruby. I got Ruby, diamonds, and sugar light. It's about the support. This energy that's becoming overwhelmed is going to need to reach out for support. But it's like they're not going to get it because they've already something was being seen for who they are. So if it was loud, but not loud as in a voice loud, well, it could be, but I'm talking about the energy's loud. The whole coming together wasn't as mysterious as one's thought. Yeah, this is part of a life lesson. You can break free from negative reoccurring patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessings that they contained. This dimmed your light, or it was about dimming your light, because let yourself sparkle and shine is in reverse. And you have an answered prayer coming in collective. Couple more. You have making plans. There's an energy that is making plans. I don't know if these are old ways plans. You're being asked to make new plans. Unlock your heart. Fast progress could be happening, or someone is taking a quick action towards you. With that Knight of Swords that was over there. All right. Connections guide. Oh, this energy has a lot of connections, but so do you. Okay. Growth potential, roots of success. Those other ones. Okay, seek clarity. Quartz crystal, seek clarity on this. Like what you allow will continue. Hurtful events, what you allow will continue. Okay, this is like Phoenix energy. Now the scales of balance. Once the energy burned away, the scales of balance can restore in plenty. In divine flow, because you're in divine flow. Seek clarity, you're in divine flow. Okay. This energy over here is run down and tired. You have a harbor of peace. Happiness is simple. What are you seeking clarity about? These connections, what? You got a web of connections and connections guide. You could have a guide that is giving you information about how to call your energy back. Okay. You also have an energy behind the scenes that have a web of connections able to pull strings or resources, but it's so not working. Time to choose wisely. Even with this clarity, what do you do with it? So you got to choose wisely, right? With knowledge comes responsibility. You have a spirit link. Okay, you have a guide and a spirit link. You have a spirit guide. Seek clarity on your spirit guide. You have a fresh idea. They might have a fresh idea. Roots of success that involves the roots of success. Secrets emerge about this fragmented energy and charge ahead. Wow. So secrets are emerged. Well, I used past tense. So it says emerge, but I said emerge. They already are. Time to charge ahead, or somebody's charging ahead. I don't know what that's about. Charge ahead. Fresh ideas. Okay, you charge ahead with fresh ideas because you're making miracles. Answers will unfold, igniting your soul again for the highest good. Well, there you go, collective. I do hope this was helpful. As always, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. And when it's light outside.